Assalamu alaikum, this is Amna Sadiq and I'm from Lahore Leeds University and I'm doing BS English from fourth semester. I have assigned Oedipus Rex and it will be submit to Sir Usman. First of all, I will discuss about introduction to the writer, and the writer is Sophocles. Sophocles was an ancient Greek playwright born in Clonus near Athens in 496 BC. His father Sophocles was a rich man in a small community. He is the one of the three Greek tragedians we came to know from an encyclopedia, the Suda, that he wrote 123 plays, from which we have 7 completed. He took part in a competition with his partners that were Euripides and Aeschylus, and he won the prize. His most famous plays are Theban play and Oedipus and the Antigone. He began his artistic journey in 468 BC. His plays was involved in about the themes such as the relationship between God and man, that and the how man faces the problematic situations, how he face and how he get the solution of the problems. Sophocles died at the age of 91 in 406 BC. A poet has said about Sophocles that is blessed is Sophocles who had a long life, was a man both happy and talented, and the writer of many good tragedies, and he ended his life well without suffering any misfortune. And then the intro to the play, Oedipus Rex is a tragic play. Tragic plays are the plays in which the ending is not happy. It is first performed in about 429 BC. It follows the story of King Oedipus of the Thebes as he discovered that he is unknowingly killed his father and marries his mother Jocasta. This is the story, and then the characterization of the play. First of all, I will tell you the protagonist. Protagonist is the person whom the story revolves around. Oedipus himself is the protagonist of the story and a major character and also the tragic hero of the play. Antagonist of the play is Jocasta. She is the mother and the wife of Oedipus, and she is the person who discourages himself, Oedipus, to not find the killer of the King Louis. And then the major character of the play that are Oedipus, who is the king, and the son of the King Louis, who had killed in the start of the play. And then the Jocasta, who is the wife of King Louis, and after that she marries his own son, her own son, Oedipus. And then the Tirces. Tirces is the old prophet who is foreshadowing about the future about Oedipus. And then the minor characters that are King Louis, Ismene, daughter of Oedipus and Jocasta, Polynices, son of Oedipus, and then the chorus. Chorus are the group of people who came to stage and tell the story in their own words, in the easy wording, and they also bring the some instrument of musical instrument and sing the song also in the stage. And then I will discuss the themes of the play that are light and brightness, sorry, light and darkness. Darkness are tightly wound up with this theme of sight and blindness in Sophocles' plays. That when the Oedipus didn't know what he is doing, and he is doing very wrong, he is in the darkness, and after that he came to know the truth that he is unknowingly doing very very wrong. He became to the light. So this is the major theme of the play. And then the sight and blindness, this theme is holds by the Tiresias, who is blind, but he can see the what is right, and what is wrong is happening by the Oedipus. Even Oedipus can see, but he didn't realizes what he's is doing. And then the third play theme is plague and health. Thieves are at the start of the play suffering from a terrible blight which renders the fields and the women barren. This play infected women in the childbirth, and they died in the childbirth, and the fields were not producing food anymore. But when King Oedipus has realizes that he is doing wrong, and he is blind himself and exiled from the thief, the city and the people were enjoying the starting with enjoy the health. And then the fate, the ancient people was it was their damn belief that their god could see the future and also can access the information about their lives, that what should to do, what should not to do, and they believe it very firmly. And then the plot summary. Introduction. When the story starts from the when Oedipus saves thieves from the Sphinx. Oedipus Sphinx is the monster who is half of animal and half of the human. He kills it and the save the city from it. And then the rising action, when this is the story of the play. When he killed the Sphinx, he become the people decided to make him the king of their city, their state. As we know, he killed the King Lois, who is the ex king of the thieves. He marries the Jocasta as well, and he had had children also. After years, the city infected with the plague again, and Oedipus sent Creon. Creon is the brother of Jocasta. He sent him to the Apollo shrine for help. Apollo are the gods of the ancient people, Thebes. They tell the king Oedipus to find the killer of the king Lois, so that he start to think what is happened, and who and then he also called old prophetesses for help. And then he reveals the truth that he killed his father and marries his mother. First in the first Jocasta, and he didn't believe them, but Jocasta discourages him to do not follow the truth, whom which is tell by the Tarsus. But Oedipus thinks about what is happening in the future, in the past, and in his childhood. So he met a messenger who reveals that Oedipus is not the child of the parents who is with he is spent his all the life before. King Louis, the former servant, confirmed the story also. And in the climax, when the story is on its peak, action is on its peak, that is, the Oedipus realizes that Tarsus was right and he is doing very wrong. He murdered his father and married his mother. And then the following action, when the story walks to end, that is Jocasta also realizes that Oedipus is her son, and she then suicide herself. Oedipus also has blind himself and decided to exile from the thieves. And then the resolution is the end of the story. Is the last timing of the story. Is Oedipus make Creon the king. He asks Creon, who is the brother of Jocasta and also the brother-in-law of the Oedipus. He asks him to become our king and also asks him to guide his children. And then the stylistic devices are genre, setting, tone and mood, major conflict and climax. Genre of the of the play is tragedy. This play is full of tragedy. And then the setting is it this play is set in the royal palace of the thief. And then the tone and mood, that is emotional. Sophocles has described very beautifully the emotional mood in this play. He attained attention of the people who is watching very beautifully. And then the major conflict, that it based what Oedipus has unlowing done in his life. And the climax, when he realizes that he is the man who is responsible for the plague and the thieves. He is the man who killed his father, and he is the man also who had married his mother. So this is all about my presentation. If you find this helpful and understandable, then please let me know in this comment section. Thank you so much. Assalamu alaikum.